Hi, my friends, and this is video number 5 in the video series Entrepreneur's Mindset. And this one is about dealing with obstacles. And as you know, obstacles are inevitable. And more so when you are embarking on a business as an entrepreneur. There are things that are guaranteed to go wrong, and there are problems that come up that's just unforeseen, and there's just no way you can prepare for them in advance or prevent them. They're just going to happen. And so the first step in dealing with those obstacles involves accepting that they are part of the journey, they're part of the experience, they're part of the ride. It's what makes growth possible. You cannot have success without overcoming these obstacles. And so you realize that these obstacles are not really obstacles at all. They're just opportunities for bigger and better things to come into your experience. And so the only real obstacle actually is, if there is any at all, it's your mindset, your attitude. And so if you can have a different approach to these obstacles, then they're not, nearly as scary. And so one of the first things that you want to do when confronted with an obstacle is to, confront your self-talk. What it is that you're saying to yourself as you face these obstacles. How do you view it? What do you think about your ability to overcome it? And most of the time, we are plagued with negative self-talk, and so we tell ourselves, oh, I knew this was not going to work, I knew this was going to happen, and you go through the whole series of those types of negative self-talk. But you have to realize that that is just the programming that we were talking about, that we try to overcome with the affirmation, and realize that those are just thoughts, those are just ideas. And just like you can have negative ideas, you can have positive ideas. And so you can confront your self-talk and say, yes, I know that in the past I've failed, but this time I'm going to have a different attitude. Or I can say to yourself, thank you for warning me. Thank you for trying to take care of me. Thank you for helping me be more careful. But I think I can deal with this. And you approach the whole idea of the obstacle from a different perspective. And instead of being afraid and shying backwards, then you go forward and you take action. You make progress. You see the obstacle as an opportunity to get to the next level. And then in that case, you might even be glad that these obstacles are happening, because you realize that when you overcome these obstacles, then you would have made significant progress towards your goal. You would have gone, several levels higher than you are currently. And so, successful people, they deal with obstacles much differently from the way unsuccessful people deal with obstacles. And successful people, they see the big picture. And unsuccessful people, when an obstacle or a problem presents itself, they tend to blow that problem out of proportion, and it becomes almost, to them, insurmountable. They see it as this huge roadblock that it's impossible to get over or get around. Whereas successful people, they see the obstacle, they see the problem, and they start thinking of ways that they can deal with it. And one of the things that I try to do when I'm faced with obstacles is to use my imagination. It's the most valuable resource that you have. And so just as you would use your imagination to imagine all the terrible, disastrous things that are going to come as a result of this obstacle, try to imagine all the wonderful things that could happen. Just might be possible. Just use your imagination for a while and just imagine, if something good were to come out of this, what would it be? What would it look like? What would I do? How would I approach it differently if it were to turn out to be something great? I heard the phrase several years ago, and I immediately adopted it: fail forward fast. And so when I faced with an obstacle, I think, okay, this is a failure. All right, this is another failure that I can check off. I can say, okay, this particular thing, been there, done that, move forward. And because some people, they say, once you have this major failure, that's the end of it. But there are many people who've overcome similar failures and made a success of it, and so can you. And so the faster you can handle your obstacles and move forward from them, the faster you can get to your success. So remember, fail forward fast. The one who fails the most first wins. So see your obstacles as steps towards your progress, and just embrace them and thank them for showing up when they did. And find creative ways. Use your powerful power of imagination to overcome them, to surmount them, and even rise above them. So until next time, bye.